Alright, we're recording. I'm gonna hit the stream button. What is making noise on my audio? Oh, that's you guys. Duh. What's going on, guys? The time has come. We are back again. Minus one guy for now. So I guess one might say it's a tale of two dragons. Ah, that joke hurt. Pretend I didn't say that. As always, if you're watching on Twitch, we are Black Dragon Gaming, your #1 source for Pathfinder 1st and 2nd edition. I'm hoping my stream has a little better quality this time. I've had a lot of problems with it. In the past couple of games, I don't know why, I literally just upgraded to 100 meg internet. So I'm going to burn my computer alive, is what I'm going to do. But anywho, Tiki, Chase, Mac, when you get here, thank you guys so much for your support on Patreon. This is our Tier 7 patron game set in Tian Sha. We couldn't do it without you guys, and we're going to basically just jump right in here. I'll roll, I guess the dice is arbitrary, but at the beginning of our sessions, when we do not have, when it's not session 1, we earn our hero points with in-character reflections. So evens will be Chase, odds will be Tiki. I rolled a 12, so Hiei is first. Last session we had a lot of stuff went down. The party left the monastery, from which they've all but graduated from, all but become full members of the monastic order there, searching for their friend Kiyomi, who had gone to defend a farmer from rumors of hobgoblin attacks, and the party well and truly did come upon hobgoblins and barely made it out with their lives. We might even call it the Four Dragons, because the horse, Hiei's horse, did a lot of work last session. And hey, if you're watching on Twitch, if you want to get caught up, all these do get uploaded to YouTube. Anywho, Chase, how's Hiei feeling about all this nonsense?
Well, his course of action is actually, recommended course of action would be really to return back to the monastery. To inform the Grand Master that the reach of the Cowling Shogunate is already here. And then to present the evidence from the raiding party that we narrowly survived of one of Kayomi's trinkets that we found in their possession, as well as to try to restore some of the damage we've sustained, and see what kind of assistance we can get, or guidance we can get going there on out.
Fair enough. Alrighty, take your hero point, my friend. I gotta remind myself, because I'm gonna screw it up for the whole session and I don't. It's Onryu, right? That's your character, Tiki?
Yes, Onryu.
Onryu. Okay, got it. So you are next up, and we'll grab Mac when he shows up. We'll drop everything, and he'll tell us how his rat feels about getting kicked around a bunch. How's Onryu feeling about all the events of session?
So it's going to be like a reality show. All of a sudden, he's just in the room of discussing. All right.
Yeah.
Not feeling very good, but she's sure as heck looting whatever she can find.
Okay, fair enough.
Basically, along the lines of, I didn't really do my parts. My party / brothers / family were nearly died. She doesn't really care too much about herself, because that's the entire arc of what she's learned with the monks, is not being about herself, but being about the family.
Fair enough. Alright, very good. Take your hero point, my friend. And now, do you guys... I hear search the bodies, and you guys were able to pick up some katanas and short bows and things. Is there anything else you want to do here right now, or are we just going to bust out back to the monastery?
I don't have anything else I want to try to do here now.
Okay. Andre?
No, not really, other than just trying to make sure everybody's okay and then head that way.
Okay. Fair enough.
Henri's opinion might be changed about the horse now. I remember she made some comments about the horse at the beginning of last session.
Yeah, that did remind me. Once we actually get back to the horse, she would literally kneel down to the horse, bow, and give her apologies and stand.
And as this happens,
like literally,
as this happens, because everybody gets a boon for their backstory. We were gonna wait until after you guys got back to hand them out, and now this means Hiei doesn't get a Nodachi he can dex to attack and damage with, because the horse has been real good. So as Anru bows to the horse returns the bow, kind of not unlike the hippogriffs in Prisoner of Azkaban, just like sets its hooves forward, bows forward, and when its head looks back up, you guys can both see. Maybe not true intelligence or sentience or anything like that, but the unmistakable glint that there's something more there than one would expect when looking at just like a basic war horse. You guys go to take off. Tarask climbs up into the saddle. He's not looking too good. He got beat up pretty bad last session. And as you guys take off, Hiei's horse picks up considerable speed, much faster, much easier than it ever has. And your backstory boon, Chase, to make sure you keep up with the Accelerist, is your horse, or rather any mount it's gotta be this horse. This horse was OG. Your horse has increased move speed like a monk equal to your level.
Okay.
Because I think that's like the one thing Soha don't get and can't hand out to their horses. So
yeah, good job. Your horse actually will be faster than me.
It'll be on par-ish. You could go other places. Anywho, you guys ride off into the night. Horses don't have dark vision, so I'm assuming that there'll be some kind of like torch type thing lit.
Ever burning, yep.
Oh, yep, yeah, that's you. That's literally your melee weapons. Yeah, fair enough. You guys take off. There wasn't a whole lot of time to rest, so it's not long before all four of you are fatigued as you begin pushing back through the night in the direction of the monastery. You guys begin riding through the rice paddies, where it's not quite a village, like I'd said. It's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 houses together, and then go down the road a little bit, and here's a couple more houses. Go down the road, here's a couple more. That kind of thing. And can I get a perception check from you guys real fast?
Sure.
Solid. Okay, so both of you, as you begin riding back in the direction of the monastery, you feel the wind shift. Before, it was kind of just lazily blowing from the ocean in. Now, as you begin moving back, the wind is at your back. Not quite like windstorm level, but it's picked up a lot more than you would expect it, especially at this time of year, and it's pretty sustained as well. Anru can put it together that this is probably some kind of magical effect that's doing this, not unlike something like control winds or something like that, because you guys could rationalize out that what you fought was some kind of scouting party, and it's really hard to be sneaky when your mounts reek.
Mm-hmm.
So with the wind blowing at your back this way, it means that the scent of an Izobu that might be in front of you would not be as easy to detect until you were almost like right on top of them. And it's around this time that you begin hearing the sounds of... It kind of sounds like Goblin. Tarask pokes his little ratfolk head up a little bit, but it rapidly descends into just mad howling and the stomping of hooves as you guys can you can't see them yet, but you can hear several mounted hobgoblins moving in your direction. Let's get initiative.
All right, hold on. How fast, or rather, how long has it been since we were in combat and did this?
It's been 1d4 hours.
Okay.
2 hours.
Never mind then.
Why, what's up? Did you have anything?
Oh, no. If we were still within the first 20-something minutes, we were going to just book it, because I don't think we can survive another one. We haven't had time to pretty much do anything. I mean, unless you're refilling our hit points, we're still pretty much low.
Yeah, you guys are definitely hurting, and you know you're riding right into them. I see it.
Yeah, this is not a fight we can win. She would say that.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so torch out.
Yep, understood. Can I get that initiative from you?
Oh, sure.
I'm so used to looking.
All right, hold it. If we're still in combat, then torch is not out. Sorry.
Okay, understood.
Initiative.
Man, RNG does not like the hobgoblins.
Oh, I was not selecting my token. That would explain it.
Boo. Oh, there you go. You did it.
Blast.
You just cheated over the hobgoblins who have a 7. All right, Hiei, you are first.
All right. The party. I know Tarask would be on the horse with me.
Yeah. I'll grab his token.
Enru. Is she also on the horse?
Yeah. Well, no, she probably can't also fit on the horse. That's a lot of people on the horse.
No. Well, I mean, it's small and 2 mediums. I don't think it's possible.
Okay.
I might let it slide if Tarask was like a rogue or a swashbuckler or something with acrobatics is what I'm getting at, to like balance on the horse's head or some noise. But
we may just
actually
simply try to burn past what we have with our speed here. Knowing from the last encounter, the Izobus weren't actually that speedy, as threatening as they were.
If you want to run for it, I'm game.
Yeah.
All right. I don't actually have my my speed tincture at the moment, so I'm just running it at base, so 120 max.
Right.
okay.
So I'm gonna have to double move because I probably can't run through this bush here.
You cannot now. You should have let me. Can I give you control of all 3 of those at once? I guess not. Weird. Well, I'll move the horse wherever you end up.
My mouse is all kinds of messed up right now.
Boo.
I'm trying to move up to 100 feet, and it's like freezing and pausing and doing weird stuff.
Ick. Man, I love watching that when that happens. That makes me so happy. You can see definitely lots and lots of dudes.
How do you actually do that, by the way?
When you're moving, you hit right click. Okay, now it's showing me off the map, sort of.
Weird.
All right, so what?
So what happened was Hiei moved, and Hiei's moved outside of where Andrew has line of sight through the dynamic lighting.
Oh, no, that's not what I was asking. How do I do the move thing that he just did? Because he went straight there and then on again. The only thing I know how to do is just drag it, drop it, and do it again.
Dragging and dropping, hit right click for every square you want to show that you're moving.
Oh, okay.
Alternatively, you can also press Q if you don't have a mouse.
Nice.
That's 30.
I've learned something today.
Don't see where...
Spacebar, and they changed the hotkeys. And for some reason, I can't even see my token. It's showing me off the map here.
That's really weird. I don't understand why that is.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him. Because of the way that moved, are you able to run while having to do that, or do you? Is that just a double move?
That's a double move. That bush was in my way, and runs have to be in a straight line.
That's correct.
Okay.
So
then that's the extent. That's the extent of my movement.
All right. So you guys both double move is what I'm hearing. I don't think Onru can see him quite yet. Onru can start seeing the beginning of a very organized lines of hobgoblin warriors on Izobu, whereas Hiei just rides straight through them. Tarask begins freaking out. Actually,
you've seen that scene from Band of Brothers where what's his name? Spears. He just runs through the German lines, and the Germans look really confused.
It's kind of like that, yeah. Except these guys are definitely like, they heard you coming. They couldn't see you, just like you couldn't see them. Their dark vision is about the same as yours. But then you ride in, and you can definitely see Hiei and Tarask both, who, like, Tarask begins freaking out in the saddle a little bit. He almost just pitches out. In the back of
I actually
these...
don't see their token, so...
You don't see them, because you're not... They're just out of line of sight for you.
Okay.
In the back of these, like, wedge formations of hobgoblins on Izobu are... They're not bigger necessarily, but they're a little more filled out, and they look a little more intelligent than the rest of the hobgoblins. Their skin, where one would normally expect that like pasty gray of a hobgoblin, their skin is more of a like vibrant green, and their eyes have lost all sorts of like the pupil is gone, and it's just a big yellow iris. They turn, and the hobgoblins are going to fire at Hiei's horse, I believe, yeah. They all draw bows. Hiei can see something's dripping off the arrows as well. As they get ready to fire. Does an 11 hit your horse?
Nope.
Alrighty, 17?
17 will.
Can you have your horse make a fortitude
I do
save?
have-
mounted combat.
I have a question.
Okay, what's up?
He seems to be down in a ravine. Would that not provide some level of cover?
It's not really a ravine so much as like rocks on a road.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so you wanted to mounted combat?
Yeah, I think
So I
do.
miss. Okay, fair enough. Third one misses. That would be a fumble. I'm used to thinking about second edition rules. This is 13 hit?
Nope.
16 hit?
16 hits.
Okay, make a fortitude save.
It's an auto fail.
Auto fail. Your horse, the arrow hits, and you can see this like sickeningly yellow greenish viscous material on the arrow hit your horse just square in the neck. You dodge a bunch of stuff, but you miss this last one, and your horse immediately just pitches over and skids a little bit forward. Tarask is going to make a quick reflex save. I don't know what he adds. He fails and ends up pitched over here. And if you'd like to make a check as well to not, or to like stay in the saddle or not get caught under your horse as it falls unconscious.
Yeah, I'll do that. It seems like a fair idea. It's a reflex.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, somebody's loud. I don't know who that is. Who is that making loud noises in my call? It's Tiki. Tiki, mute thyself. Pretty please. Can I mute him?
There was some real life stuff. I don't know where to find Tiki's mute button.
Oh, fair enough. You should be able to like. It looks like a little picture of a microphone. One to the left of
next to the
end call button. Yeah. Did I? That didn't work. No, that obviously didn't work. I wish I knew how to. Good enough. That works. Okay, so the hobgoblins begin circling around these guys. We're just gonna quickly add some d20s. Oh, one of them natural ones, but the other two don't. These two, they draw tetsubos that are almost as big as they are, but there's this like kind of a bluish aura around them, and they begin just beating into Tarask. He falls unconscious, and let me get a will save from Hiei. This green one holds up his hand and looks in your direction and begins incanting in Goblin. Okay, 16 does fail. Hiei, like, as the words begin cascading over him, everything gets really blurry. And he kind of, like, feels himself pitching back a little bit. These guys move over. They have the throat slicer feat, so they're going to... I'm not going to roll the damage because you're level 1. They have enough to coup de grace you, doing non-lethal damage and knock you out.
Okay.
Then these guys go riding up after Anru. Do I have line of sight? I should have line of sight. Let me see what Anru can see. Well, Anru's not here. Tiki, are you back? I don't want to coup de grace you. If you're not here, I will feel bad.
You need a full round action to be able to coup de grace. So
yeah, I have throat slicer. Best feat in the game.
Gotta hit me in gotta hit me with a 20.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh yeah, that's true. Oop. You there? Yes.
I'm here.
All right. What'd you say? Does the 22 hit you?
I didn't hear what you said. What?
I said, does a 22 hit you?
I said I have an AC of 20, so yes.
Okay, fair enough. So that hits. Make a fort save. The others all miss wild. That fort save does pass. Okay, so the arrow hits you, and Anru doesn't need to like make a check or anything to recognize drow poison when she sees it. She almost smells it before it even contacts her, and she's quick enough to like just push the arrow off before it gets too much into her bloodstream. 3 points of damage, and then it's the same story. This guy here is gonna hold out his hand. You can see him, can't you? Yeah, the green one in the back holds out his hand and begins incanting in Goblin. Make a will save. Which does fail. That's the same story. Anru begins, like, as she's running, she feels like a wave of magic hit. Wait, hold on. Actually, I have to roll a thing. Because you have spell resist. Did we trade off spell resistance for something, Tiki?
Nope, you gotta roll my spell resistance, which as a level 1 character is 12.
It's 12, okay. So do I add my mod? I've been thinking in 2e for too long.
Yes.
Okay, so plus... So I add 10. And I beat a 12. And then Anru kind of just pitches forward. Everything blacks out for the party. And Mac's gonna be real surprised when he gets here. Some time later... You're not sure of a lot of the details. Your head's hurt. You begin kind of like... It's almost like reflexively your hand moves up to your head, but then you move a little too fast and you get a little woozy. Your eyes open. You smell a fire, not like burning bad fire, but like the smell of something cooking. It's warm, it's comfortable. All three of you are there. You appear to be alive, unharmed. All of your digits are still attached. There's an old woman with an owl sitting on her shoulder, tending to the cook pot. She doesn't seem to be aware of the fact that you've woke up. Tarask is kind of like... He opens his eyes and he sits up a little too fast and he just kind of pitches forward and ends up with his feet on the pillow, passed back out again. Nothing.
Go ahead. I just slowly turn my head, observing whatever I can see.
Okay, make a perception check.
Having actually been the victim of drow sleeping poison before, I don't think I would attempt to stand up immediately. See, perception?
If you would, yeah. Alrighty. The building you're in, and well and truly, like, the woman, too, they're both very, very Taldan in nature, very other side of the world. There's vines and flowers and roots and things growing in through the windows of several of these, like, and there are several windows in this basically one-room cottage with a bunch of makeshift cots that had been assembled for you guys. Several books and potions and things line the walls. You would expect almost like... It kind of feels like an alchemist's lab, except, again, it's very, very open. The sounds of both things like night birds and crickets, as well as, like, Kane would say Studio Ghibli noises, so that's what I'm going to say. Studio Ghibli noises begin to resonate all around you. And the Taldan woman, has an owl sitting on her shoulder, and the owl kind of like cocks its head over to the window as this little... It kind of looks like a will-o-wisp, but instead of being blue with the skull, it's kind of like a lime green. Just kind of floats in, floats past her head, floats past the owl just woo! And the owl and it both fly off together. The woman, if she notices an owl left her shoulder, she's not doing anything about it.
So, this is the strangest afterlife. I was not expecting this.
Where are the raiders?
Do you say that out loud?
I don't know.
Yeah, I say that out loud.
Alright, the woman turns and just, oh, you're awake. And you're an, oh my. And she begins, kind of like hustling in really, really thick robes that make it real difficult for her to hustle over to Tarask. Picks up Tarask, turns him over. Oh, little one, no, do not. He got up too fast. Both of you, please, be more careful. The raiders are gone for now. How do you feel? Are you okay?
Well, they ought to be gone. We're dead.
Not quite. You're not dead. I'm not, at least. She looks at her hands. The owl flies back in. She looks at the owl. I'm not dead. You shouldn't be dead. I'd be really sad if you were. I saved you. I'd hope I'm a better healer than that. She kind of, like, chuckles to herself, goes back to the fire. She, like, or not the fire, the cook pot, rather. She positions herself in such a way that, like, she can see you two, but still stir whatever's in there.
Please forgive my disbelief, but no one actually saves a drow. At least, wait, no, not twice. Definitely not twice.
I believe the rat folk could say the same thing. Unfortunately, he's... Oh, poor little thing. Maybe you just got lucky. Maybe it's because you're traveling with such a beautiful specimen of divinity. She nods in Hiei's direction. Maybe I just like his horse.
It has to be the horse. It must be.
It's around this time that there's a window not far from where you guys are set up that's pretty wide, and Hiei's horse makes its way over, pops its head through the window, looks over at Hiei, nuzzles Hiei a little bit, and well and truly probably also nuzzles Anru. Nuzzles Tarask. Tarask gets up a little and just kind of immediately just back down. The woman just, oh! Moves over, like, tucks him back in, almost like in such a way to, like, tuck him in a little too hard so the poor little guy can't get up and hurt himself again.
Glad to see you too.
So do you guys always hunt hobgoblins in the middle of the night, or is this a special occasion?
We were actually trying to go and rescue a friend of ours, and the hobgoblins were mentioned being possibly near. There were too many people we knew or town folk nearby that we couldn't just let them be.
Of course. It was fortunate for you they decided to travel past my hut. I tend to keep to myself, but when the kami are disturbed, well, and she snaps her fingers, and as she snaps her fingers, a lot of various... Anru can definitely identify, like, alchemical reagents and things, but it's very haphazard, very, almost just like random miscellaneous bric-a-brac. As she snaps, everything begins just shaking and levitating, spinning around her a little bit. The whatever's cooking in the pot turns like a lime green, and vapors begin coming off the top. It makes me a little angry. You understand. You said you were looking for your friend?
It appears that the hobgoblins have her.
Not those hobgoblins. They only had the 4 of you. As she says this, she looks up at your horse, nods, smiles a little bit, kind of like knowingly, and at the same time, so too does this owl who's taken to just flying all over the room, not like sporadically, but just kind of like fly over here, look around, fly to this other room, look around. Tell me about your friend.
Well, she's quite willful. Otherwise, very pleasant to be around, unless you do something she considers untoward or not right, then she's a monster.
I see.
She's one of those tailed ones from the Forest of Spirits.
A kitsune?
Yes.
We get several of those out here. I think they have a settlement not too far away. Sometimes they come by, sometimes we trade reagents, swap stories. Haven't seen them in a couple weeks, though. Haven't seen any hobgoblins in a couple weeks either.
If you met this one, you would remember. She's a bit high-strung and likes to swing a cannonball around when things don't go her way.
Wait, you said you haven't seen hobgoblins in a couple of weeks.
That's correct.
Then we've been unconscious for a couple of weeks.
You have. To be honest, I'm surprised you even got up. My skill in herb lore is a force to be reckoned with. I'm still not sure I'm not dead. But okay. You're alive. Fear not. But you're very lucky. As the conversation kind of dies down a little bit, both of you begin to feel... You're not sure if it's like from a lack of food or the fact that you've been asleep for a couple weeks and this much conversation has exerted you too much, but you begin to feel really lightheaded. The room starts to spin a little bit.
Going for another ride.
I'm sorry? What? And she looks up and she sees, and her eyes get a little too big as both of you are kind of like leaning back forth and just like pitch forward almost off the side of the bed as you guys collapse. Make a perception check, if you would. Okay, now Anru believes she might be dead. The two of you come to somewhere in the clouds. It's strange. You look down and you see some sort of land mass that you don't recognize in the slightest. The sun shines, but it doesn't hurt Anru's eyes. You simply just float in a vast expanse of open, cloudy sky. The woman is there. The woman looks up as if to greet an old friend as the two of you just sort of appear and just, welcome. We've been expecting you.
Last week I dreamt I was a butterfly. But how do I not know I'm the butterfly dreaming that I'm a human?
I told you we were dead. I mean, I don't think I need any more proof. We were actually dead.
I don't think you're a butterfly, my child. And as this, like, as she says this, almost out of nowhere, a hobgoblin materializes. If I can get the token layer, there it is. And it, like, just out of nowhere appears, two swords drawn, just howling and screaming, just blood! Blood of the Holy One! Blood of the Elfling! Shh, quiet! There are new friends, don't, no, ignore him. Ignore him. He's so happy to see you. Now, what are you doing here? You said someone was lost?
Our friend Kiyome decided to venture by herself to try to save a friend of hers in a village. And, well, she left unexpectedly and didn't take most of her stuff.
I have no idea what we're doing here. I have no idea what anything is doing here.
Well, you two know Kiyomi. There's too much draconic blood in her. She gets angry. Everything is hers. She must take, she must steal, she must make a hoard like she's some kind of monster. You don't honestly want her to come back, do you? It makes no sense. And as she begins to go on about something else, the hobgoblin pulls off his helmet and just kill, eat the fox, eat the dragon fox. And it's carrying, like, the two swords, they come together, and as that happens, they form into what certainly must be Kiyomi's, almost too big for even this hobgoblin Kinabo, and it begins just slamming it into the ground. Just kill, eat them. Easy. You're going to scare them. Please, I'm so sorry. He's not normally like this. He's just excited. You were saying something, Dark Elf?
Yes. You asked if we wanted her back. Yes, we do. Very much so.
I don't think that's the truth. If we're being honest,
well,
I believe you want something for yourself. That's why you've left. The way of the monastery is too much. Too much rigor, too much stress, too much day in and day out the same. And you know how they look at you. You could return in power. You could take this training and go to the Darklands. Maybe even take this holy thing in Hiei's direction as your slave. Maybe even take that ratling. They would accept you.
What?
Surely. Oh my god, are you here?
Yeah.
Hey dude. I'm sorry, you should have spoke up.
I know, I just got here just as I heard the rattling thing. I'm like, what?
Flawless. Okay. Tarask appears. Make a perception check while I set up the rest of OBS so we can capture Tiki as well.
Yeah.
That was 10 out of 10. Beautiful.
I'm sorry.
No, dude, don't apologize. It's amazing. That's the name of the session. That's surprise rattling. Man, my hair is a mess from being a hobgoblin. Boom! Alright, so it's kind of out of nowhere. Everything is strange. You don't understand what's going on in the slightest, but you're floating above a landmass, and you kind of just, like, into existence. Hiei and Anru are here, and there's this hobgoblin who's thrown off his helmet, dented the top of, like, the horns that certainly must hurt the poor guy's neck, right? As he's just howling and slamming a club into the ground, talking about killing and eating all of you. And this woman, she sees you and she turns and says, the psychic one is awake. Do you know where you are?
I'm gonna take a wild swinging guess I don't, unless, when knowledge planes work.
Always does.
Let me see if have I slept yet? Have we had a long rest between the session?
Kind of.
Enough to have Farron, my familiar, reformed?
Yeah, he appears.
Okay, cool.
This is
I just
confused
want to
everyone
see if
else.
he has knowledge planes. No, I have the better knowledge planes. Alright. 13, no.
You're not on the material plane. You know that. It could be anywhere. You could
Alright,
be.
one last question.
Sure.
Spells and all that sort of stuff?
They've all come back to you.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure so I could start marking that. Alright. Hi guys, sorry.
Hey,
Nothing
no,
happened.
dude,
Turned
don't.
into a
It is
full
what it is,
hour.
man. Yeah, no, I understand. Like I said on Discord, when I was growing up, I had a lot of friends who lived on farms, and that was the weekend. Before I could have my bass player, we had to build a fence for the horses every weekend. It was.
So, Andrew's expression as she's being told that she's just like her brethren Underdark in the Underdark just keeps getting more and more internal.
All right.
She just turns her back.
If you don't know where you are, Tarask, are you even as psychic as you think you are? Surely. Look around you.
Forgive me, but I seem to have stumbled into something that I was not quite prepared for. Who are you?
I am no one. And as she says this, you guys aren't sure what exactly appears. It sort of... Imagine, well, you can see the token. An eye about the size of Tarask's head and chest, like down to his waist, attached to... It almost kind of looks like a giant walking stick, but more reptilian, and there's only 2 legs that support it. Where you would expect eyelashes on this eye, instead these gross... You think maybe it could grab with them if it really wanted to? Appendages come up almost like a flower that had been given
What
some
have I
kind of...
missed?
You've missed a lot. This thing begins like kicking the air, somehow balancing on like a tail that goes back past its legs, just as it and the hobgoblin both just continue. And you don't know how this thing is talking, but it is, because there's no mouth. It's just one eye. Just kill them, eat the rats, cook the rat, skin it, make a new cloak. Both of you, Tarask, I'm sorry. They're just excited. We don't get guests, and now you're here, and now you can stay with us.
So, turning her back around and looking at the other 2 people, or the 3 rather that are here, says, "Fine. If I must be as my brethren, then yes, these are my people. So is Kiyomi, which means I want her back. Now, whether or not I actually survive to return to the Underdark is neither here nor there. But if you must believe me to be someone who owns people, then fine. I can play into your expectations. I still want her back."
Honor, you know Kiyomi is dead. She had no chance. If the hobgoblins wanted to kill you, you'd be dead as well. Fortunately enough, they're looking for slaves. That farmer's never stood a chance either. I'm surprised you didn't see his hat as they drug you through the forest. Maybe you'll find it later. Who knows? But she's gone. You tried. All of you tried. You, Holy One. You tried as hard as you could, but you couldn't save her. How long will you carry the weight of her death? Because I'll be here.
I know not that she died.
We'll be watching. And as Hiei begins to like make a response, the whole scene kind of fades to black, and you find yourselves back in the hut. All 3 of you sit up with a jolt, and again, it's real shaky for all 3 of you as you like bolt up, and the weight of everything that's happened and how long you've been out and the poison. Almost all 3 of you pitch forward, but this time the woman's ready, and she snaps her fingers as she does so. A quarterstaff spins out of like a broom closet-esque thing that's been built into the hut into her hands. She grabs it. It power pole extends, and she can like whap Tarask in the neck, pick him up, grab Onru. Hie's horse grabs Hiei by like the back of the hair, pulls him up. What just happened? She looks at Tarask. Ah, I see you're finally awake, little one.
Hi.
Hello. We don't get many of your kind here.
Yeah.
Much like myself. And you can see as you look at this woman, she's very Talbin, very other side of the world. So too is this building that you found yourself in. Let me get a quick perception check from Tarask real quick.
Sure.
Get some more flavor text. See if you can see a little better.
7, no.
Yeah, no, never mind. Everything gets really, like... You start to look around, try to figure out where you are. You smell something somewhere, and you hear the sounds of Studio Ghibli noises off on the horizon, and then it's kind of just... Down you go. Not, like, pass back out, but you just kind of, like, pitch forward. She grabs you, just, oh, little one, no, come on. I know it's been a couple of weeks. You all must be so hungry. She begins portioning out some kind of stew from this pot that all of you watched just turn like a very, very vibrant green as she got angry. She starts eating. The owl on her shoulder kind of like leans forward, pecks at it a little. 3 bowls are prepared. One is handed to Honor, one is handed to Hiei, one is handed to Tarask.
The bowl is most useful when it is empty.
Well then, eat, monk. Like I said, you've been out a couple of weeks. You need to regain your strength. And Tarask looks confused. Tarask probably doesn't even know that you were captured by hobgoblins.
Last I remember, we killed most of them.
No, there were so many more.
You killed their scouts.
Oh.
You ran.
Right.
From the looks of how many came past my hut, a full... Oh, there must have been at least 50 of them. You ran right through them. I don't know how they got a hold of the poison. They brought you down, and it's lucky for you, you came here when you did. We were almost too far gone. I don't think the hobgoblins know what they had their hands on. I think they picked up drow poison, but not quite. And all of you, where the arrow struck you that brought you down, well, except for Hiei. Hiei has another arrow mark, because it does. There's a kind of a purplish, greenish tinge around the wound that extends perhaps a couple inches in every direction from where the arrow penetrated you, or in Hiei's case, where someone got a little too overzealous and stabbed into you. As you look down and you put your hand on it, it hurts, it burns. You almost have to like grit your teeth now that you're aware of it to not feel it.
Okay. Okay, then.
The woman grimaces, just, I'm sorry. The poison is beyond my skill to heal. I've done what I can. You're in no immediate danger of dying or worse, but that's the best I can do.
This just sounds like great setup for us becoming dependent on a person, so we have to do their bidding.
If I wanted slaves, I wouldn't have killed the hobgoblins. Think about it.
Oh, that was out of character.
Yeah.
That was out of character.
So was
Sorry.
mine.
Otherwise, I would have been talking a little bit more like this.
Fair.
And hell, that's why you have a character voice.
Yeah, it is. That's precisely why.
Was the whole sky thing a hallucination?
What are you talking about? You were here, and then you weren't. Your eyes got as big as this little one here, and she scratches the owl, who like pops his head over and like leans back and flaps a little so she can scratch the bird on its chest. I don't think your spirits are here for a while.
Yes, well, we met some very unpleasant people that told us things that I did not want to hear, and now I have a reason to do everything within my power to make what they said not true.
The fevered dreams of such poison will certainly affect one in such a way. What did they tell you? Who did you see? I don't understand. She pulls up a
crazed
chair.
hobgoblin thing.
I see.
Saying that it wanted to kill and eat everyone. And another person that kept saying that I must, well, basically be one with my heritage and be trying to kidnap everyone and take them back to the Underdark and all the training that I've received. And then someone who was wanting to say that Kiyome is dead, which I simply will never believe.
The woman looks really downcast as you say the last bit about how Kiyome is dead. She just... If she came out here, I don't like her chances. I didn't see her. Like I said, there's a Kitsune village not far from here, and it stands that maybe she went there, maybe this farmer you speak of went there, but if the hobgoblins found her... They aren't normal, you realize, yes? The rigors of training in Kowling does not turn one into a savage beast, merely a beast. I wish that any of them would have lasted a little longer. Perhaps I could have interrogated them. There's more going on here, I think, than any of us can see. The three of you are from the monastery, yes?
Indeed.
Perhaps you should go back there. Tell the master what you've seen. Maybe she can help you with the rest of this poison. And as she brings up the poison, all three of you get kind of sick to your stomach and it burns where you were struck. I've done what I can, and I fear for your friend, I fear for you. The last thing I need is for anyone to die under my care.
By chance, would you allow me to use your facilities temporarily for about an hour?
Of course. What's mine is yours.
Okay, well, I would stand up and make myself of use of her alchemy supplies to re-up my speed tincture.
Okay, sure. You're able to do so. It's a lot of it's all over the place. A lot of it's very, what am I trying to say? Non-traditional methods of alchemy. It's more just like, here's a bunch of random stuff, and this can eventually do alchemy things if you know what to do with it. It's very foreign to what's taught at the monastery. But as you begin re-upping your tincture, several of these, again, they're like will-o-wisps, but none of them are blue with the skull. There's lots of reds and yellows and greens and purples and like silvers and golds begin flying in through the windows, and they just kind of dance around your head, dance around what you're doing. They fly over to Hiei, land on Tarask's snout for a little while, bounce off it.
Can I also make use of the alchemy supplies?
Of course.
Alright, I'm gonna try and, Tarask is gonna try and make some, is there enough here to perhaps make any form of healing potion, Tommy?
Make me a craft alchemy check. Of course, Tiki doesn't have to, because Tiki's like, this is the rest and re-up class feature
33.
Stuff. Oh my god! What did you roll?
I rolled with a plus 16. I rolled 17.
Jesus.
Yeah, rat folk plus miscellaneous class bonuses plus... yeah.
Do rat folk buff craft alchemy? Is that a thing?
Yeah, one of the racial things is Tinkerer, which buffs craft alchemy.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, yes, so Tarask, Anryu begins looking around, and a lot of it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to her, but Tarask just kind of goes right in, climbs up on the table that can support the little dude, and it's not hard, not long before you guys together are able to whip up, may the odds ever be in your favor, a single potion of Cure Light Wounds. As the woman sees you doing this, she snaps her fingers and 5 more appear. Please.
Oh,
if you're going,
okay.
If you're going back out there, the hobgoblins, they may not be so generous next time. I'm surprised they even took you as slaves. Surely no. They didn't want slaves. Maybe food? I don't understand. She goes back to stirring the pot.
Question, Tommy. Did that cost me a spell slot?
The craft alchemy check?
Yeah.
Should it have from a class feature?
I took alchemist. I took alchemical physician, which means that I can count myself as knowing all of the spells underneath the alchemical healing subclass or healing list, which includes cure light wounds. So I would be able to create potions and stuff
Okay.
like that and use those items.
In that case, I believe so. Yeah.
All right. Cool. It's confusing, but essentially it comes down to I can use wizard stuff to healing stuff.
Fair enough. Hey, third party is third party does, my dude.
That's not third party. That's official Paizo.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, that's an official archetype from Paizo.
I see. Yeah.
Alchemical physician.
Alchemists are one of my favorite classes, but I've never had a chance to really play one. I just
I'm not even an alchemist. I'm a wizard.
Well,
It's
right.
a wizard.
Yeah.
It's a wizard. It's a wizard feat.
Archetype.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I've never played a wizard in any game ever.
I'm the alchemist here. He's just rolling better than I am.
Yeah, because I started with a crap ton of just class features and stuff that boosted
The name
my
of the
craft
archetype
alchemy.
is Arcane Physician, but it gets alchemical stuff.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I understand. I've never.
Yeah, there's like an arcane physician for both wizard and alchemist. I'm pretty certain.
One of these days, I'll break down and play a wizard. Maybe. Don't
It's the
quote.
ultimate
They're nice.
god tier power once you hit late game.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
just
that's for sure.
break everything.
Hold all the persons. I like witches. Witches are a lot of fun. Witches and shamans.
So-
From rules that are busted.
Yeah. Alrighty.
How long would it take me to recraft some a torch?
A torch. You could
At least one.
You could probably make one in like 10 minutes.
I mean, hold on. I think I have torches.
Well, I only had the one. I actually was running low on money.
Oh, I have an ever-burning torch. Okay, but that's not really any good to you, is it?
Not really, but I mean,
I have candles,
torch-
if that makes... I have candles, if that would make...
A torch can literally just be a branch with cloth wrapped around it, so it's not hard to make.
Yeah,
True.
it's just a matter of like getting the pitch together and making enough weird stuff to put it together.
I have candles, so I could give her a few candles to make that part easier.
Yeah, that could cut it down for sure.
Alright.
Is there a place
One
where
moment,
I can wash?
I hear a
and,
kitty
quiet
running
my
around
mind?
down here.
A place where you could wash, yeah. There's nothing in this part of the, like, where you are. There's nothing in this little hut, but you look outside and there's a little stream that runs right next to it, as well as a well with a bucket hanging out. Several little woodland critters of the night begin just kind of like moving around, flying around, sniffing at it. It's very...
He'd go wash, and then he'd be looking for a place where he could quiet his mind and go into meditation to regain some resolve.
Okay, sure. So as you step out, it's pine trees as far as the eye can see. It's dark, but there's enough light from these little balls of energy that are dancing around that, like, it's like low light vision-esque, basically. It doesn't take much of a check for Hiei to realize that this is the Forest of Spirits, and you guys have probably been on the road for a while. You are able to... You get to the well, you get to the stream, you wash, you meditate. The woodland critters all give you quite a bit of room. The woman, as this is going on, the woman looks at the alchemist and just, is there anything else I can do to help?
Oh,
Just the torches for me.
I'd say 2 potions of cure light wounds on me. 2 on I didn't.
You didn't say he.
It's he-a.
Yeah, it's like Yu Yu Hakusho, the little short dude.
Oh my god. God, this is painful. I'm sorry, Delta.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But then I suggest I take 2, and then one of you guys could take 2, one of you guys could take 1.
Well,
You made
she said-
1, she gave you 5, there's a total of 6.
Oh, there's a total of 6. Everybody takes 2. Nice and simple.
Yeah.
That makes the odds significantly easier in our favor.
It does.
Alright, so I guess we get all that stuff together. Just gonna turn to Hihei. You, got everything?
He's outside.
No.
There's a window.
I walk outside.
You can see him from inside the hut.
No. I just walk over, climb up onto the window sill. Yo! Hihei, you got everything you need?
He's going to he's going to be in his own world for a bit.
While this is happening, I would actually go out and find Hiei's horse and basically look it over. And even though I have never done so before, attempt to start grooming it.
Okay. The horse responds favorably. As you approach it, it bows to you as you approach, and as it picks itself up, it nuzzles you, and as you begin to groom it, it doesn't react, it just kind of quietly sits there and lets you run a brush through its mane.
When it bowed to me, I would also bow back to it, but lower.
Shoot.
Okay.
Pushing the wrong button, sorry.
You're fine.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. I have a feat that gives me a +4 on spellcraft checks or any checks to craft potions.
Nice. Seems good.
Basically,
Yeah.
oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Good. Go on.
I just spend the rest of the time until we're ready to leave, grooming and tending the horse, since Hiei is doing his meditation.
Okay, so you guys can tell it's the middle of the night right now. There's enough light that it's basically low light vision with all the little creatures floating around, but it's pretty dark. It's a lot of things aren't moving around. The woman has gone back to just tending her pot. The owl flies around. She just kind of like laughs as the owl does little aerial acrobatics.
Farron tries to compete with the owl.
Make an acrobatics check.
Oh no!
Farron falls into the pot. He tries to backflip a little, and Tarask has had too much of an ordeal. Tarask is very not together, so this figment of his imagination that he conjures as it tries to backflip, his mind slips a little, and so the wings of the raven end up positioned not unlike like the dorsal fin of a shark, and they try to flap, but it doesn't work, and it just falls into the pot. The woman picks up the aberration. Just, fear is the mind killer. Focus, little one. And as you put your head back together, Farron's wings appear where they should on a raven. Meanwhile...
Forgive me. I've spent most of my short life in the monastery, so to say that these events have been jarring is an understatement.
Like I told your friends, you're very lucky to be alive right now. You should go back to the monastery.
Do not remind me.
If you can find your friend, find your friend. If you can find this farmer, find this farmer. But I think you should return to the master as soon as you can. There shouldn't be anything in the forest that bothers you more than the occasional bat or rat. Certainly no more hobgoblins after, and she like clenches her hands on what she's stirring her pot with, and it begins to turn a violent green again. The spirits will light your path.
I think we should probably make our way now, despite it not being light out yet.
I'm not certain that that's a wise idea. I will be honest, I want to go and find Kiyomi before we return, but what good are we to her dead?
No, we're not dead yet.
Fair.
Hit points, we got one left.
You guys are at full hit points. You've had enough
Instantly,
rest.
My day is better.
Haha.
Yes. So, how far did you say that we are from the Kitsune village?
The woman looks thoughtfully into the food she's still preparing. 3 or 4 days through the forest. You'll find a clearing. The ride northeast through the clearing. double back, turn northwest, go to where the pines are ever capped in snow. There the village lies. Of course, they aren't the most welcoming to outsiders. Even those such as yourselves from the monastery. You could try to go there.
Yeah. Like I said, I do not believe we should do that. I think we should go back to the master first. We actually were outclassed quite easily by the opponents that we had. Well, maybe not outclassed, but outnumbered.
Perhaps would they be a bit more kind to us if we were to speak in their native tongue? I say, just kind of like looking over to the woman at the pot.
I'm not so sure, little one. I believe, as I told your friends while you were out, Cowling makes brutal, efficient warriors. It does not make ravenous beasts. There's more going on here. I don't understand.
Indecision.
As she's talking, to make another point, Tarask looks up, and the Forest of Spirits is, despite the image I've used, there's not a lot of undergrowth in the Forest of Spirits because it's just wall-to-wall pine trees in such a way that there's not a lot of light ever really gets down here. So even when the sun is up, it's going to be pretty dark.
Very well. As much as it pains, we should make the most wise decision.
How do you fare in this decision here?
Well, we know the hobgoblins are back where we came from, and we were we weren't so potent in trying to stop them. We should probably press on to the village to see what we can find.
I'm in favor of that as well.
As you wish.
The woman has gone back to tending the pot, stirring it, Al flying around. She, as you guys talk, she looks up, but she says nothing.
I would actually turn and walk back over to the woman. Would actually take both knees and kneel as far down as bow rather as far down as I possibly could, like the whole begging for your life kneeling.
Okay.
And then stand back, prostration, yes, and then stand back up if ever I can do something specific for you. I owe you a debt, the debt of my life.
She smiles, that kind of like, for a split second, she looks a little more grandmotherly than she, like, in her regal, like, 45 to 50-ish age that, like, you haven't seen before. Quickly, she looks just like happy 80-year-old grandma and just... Tell the master that Oriana says hello.
I do this one for free. And then I'd return to my friends. Okay. Shall we off then?
Sure.
All right, gentlemen.
I mean, is your horse ready for another fight that's inevitably going to have to win for us?
You say this,
well,
and what does the horse have a name?
Hero?
Hero. That's what I thought.
Hero. Oh, yeah. I'd be like, is Hero ready for another victory?
Two gigantic cannons appear on both sides of Hero as a bunch of wings burst. And now we're playing a mech game. Yeah. You got it. But Hero throws his mane back and just stamps his feet. His eyes take on like the gleam of zealous combat for just a second as you guys go to set out. Before we go to the next screen, to earn your hero point, Tarask, how does Tarask feel about the events of Session 1?
Oh, he feels so bad about it. It's like he couldn't do. He feels like he could do very little. He tried and he tried and he tried, yet nothing he could do. Seemingly could end up saving the group, and he just feels terrible about it. And he's just that's all he wants to do. He just wants to protect his friends because they are his family. He's never really. He's only known them because all of his life that he knows is the monastery, and that's why he's still out here. Why he's still fighting. He just wants to get his friend back.
That's fair. All right, take that airborne, my friend. You guys are going to do one of my favorite kinds of maps that I've only done it once on Roll20. I did it in Gorilla King at the end.
Oh, this map. Yeah.
Hie's token is the token that's relevant. What layer? Is it on the token layer? Yeah, it is. It is, at the moment, only Chase can control it. 1 hex on the board is 1 hour's travel. You guys will clear up the fog of war as you go.
I don't think me or Tiki can see anything.
Yeah,
nope.
Hang on. I'll get it just a sec. We probably should just... how to do... I might have just put in a different token. I didn't think about that. Okay, so now... what we'll do is just... I'll change this back when we get done. If I remember. Can be edited and controlled by all players. Now everybody should be able to see.
There you go, yeah.
You guys got it? Alright, sweet.
Yeah, now we can see.
Alrighty. So, I'm gonna bump back to the board with Oriana really quickly, and that's where we're gonna set up, if you guys wouldn't mind, a marching order.
Oh, shoot, I didn't turn back on my camera when I get back. My apologies.
You good, man. It is what it is. I will... Whoop. I forgot this is on the token layer.
Well, that's awkward. I'm running on Hero with Hiei.
Okay, understood. Have you watched Yu Yu Hakusho? Go watch Yu Yu Hakusho. It's like 5 episodes in. A little short demon comes in. His name's Hiei.
Yeah, I'm terrible with names.
Yes, keeper of the Black Flame, correct?
Yeah, you got it. Eventually.
It's also the name of a mountain, if that helps.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Found Hiei.
Is that our formation?
I think I'm right behind Hiei because thought I was running on Hero because he's tiny.
Gotcha. Well, you're small.
I'm not in front. Not in front.
I see. Okay, yeah, I got you.
I thought orientation was to the south, not to the north.
The enemy gate is down. Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Swing. Like how it was when we ran into that random encounter the other time. Enemies were down.
Makes sense. Okay. All right, guys, you have the board. 1 hex is 1 hour. Whoever is moving forward. Well, really quickly, let me get a survival check from everyone.
Wait, I was gonna. I have a map making kit.
Okay.
And is scribe.
All
can
right.
I ask the woman to give us a map? Can she work with me to get a map?
The forest is not one to be mapped, little one.
Oh. Sorry, I just thought it might make good things a bit easier for us.
The spirits, as well and truly now that you realize that these creatures must be... Boom!
Oh, God.
Boom! Making it easy.
No.
Need to flavor text these lesser kami that are floating around. Hiei knows that up is
That
north.
was the horse. That was the horse.
Oh, yeah, that was the horse. That wasn't Hiei, that was the horse. Let's not lie. But that was Hero. Hero saved the day again.
Hero knows that the cardinal directions are on the board. Up is north, down is south, etc.
Were we supposed to head north to the Kitsune village?
The Kitsune village is northeast a little, then you double back around, go north a little bit. The monastery is... Well, rather, I guess I should say Minkai is southeast of you.
Gotcha. Alright, so we head northeast.
Okay, sure. Alright, make a survival check. Just one person. Whoever's at the front of the squad, make a survival check.
Not me.
That'd be Hiei. I'm walking beside him.
Okay. Alright, Hiei does get the party lost as he tries to move through. There's a road around the forest of spirits, but you guys are so deep in that it's just picking through pine trees forever and ever, basically. And instead of landing where you want to land...
Oh, I do have a compass to avoid getting lost, if that bonus helps.
Okay, fair enough. Never mind then. You move where you wanted to move. You guys begin making your way through the forest. Nothing really much happens.
Did you hear that?
What about the compass? Yeah, I heard the compass.
About the compass?
Yeah, I got that. No, today my internet's behaving very nicely, and I'm very, very happy for that. But the forest is quiet. The forest is calm. The lesser kami begin kind of just floating around you.
Okay.
1 hour has passed. It's presently... You guys are rested now. It's hard to say what time it is because there's not a lot of like sunlight pierces the pine trees, but it's definitely sometime in the middle of the night.
Is it me or is we're at the northern border of the map?
There's one more square up. It's kind of hard to see the hex, but there's like one more.
I can't see it at all.
Oh, you can't even move there.
Because the map cuts off.
I see. Okay, fair enough. I guess I can just see it because I'm a GM. Okay, in that case, everybody make a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
Not the perception. Hey!
Nice, well done. Except for Hiei. So he is a little oblivious, looking down at his compass as you guys pick through, but Anru and Tarask both, they look down. And as they look down, they see Hero almost tramples it as you guys are moving forward, but there's a little conical hat, not unlike what the rice farmers of Minkai wear. Next to it lies what unmistakably must be Kiyomi's Tetsubo.
I would
go. Yeah,
You're on the horse. I'll pick it up.
Well, I would actually say, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, like, try to get a hero to stop so we can investigate a bit.
And I would have picked it up by this time.
Okay. The hat or the weapon?
Because Kiyomi would kill people if her weapon was left in the dirt.
Yeah. It's pretty beat up. It appears to have been rained on. It appears to have been trampled. It's not hard to see Izobu tracks as you guys are moving through this part that's a little more cleaned up. Or not cleaned up, I guess, but like it's a little clearer than the rest of the pine trees. Bits of the studs that go up and down the club have been broken off or dented in some cases. It doesn't look good.
We'll have to fix this. Attach it to my pack.
Okay, sure.
I just kind of like reach for it like here. And as we're moving along, I can just cast Mending on it. I do believe I have Mending. Let me check.
Mending is...
I do have Mending. Yeah, I have Mending.
Okay, understood.
I'd hand it off.
You have 10-minute cast time.
So you could cast it
but I'm
6
not
times.
I could cast it 6 times in an hour, and I'm not like moving myself. I'm just riding on the back of a horse.
That's accurate, yeah. Fair enough, okay.
While he's casting, I'll walk a little closer to the horse so that in case he wavers or something, he doesn't fall off so it doesn't disturb the castings.
Fair enough, okay. One thing I have to check really quickly, because I want to say it's a constant for a Drow Noble. I forget though.
Detect magic is.
Yeah, okay, the hat is clearly magical.
I will have also picked that up.
Okay. It's...
I'll actually take probably about 5 or 6 turns to sit and study the thing to try to determine its properties.
Okay, sure. The hat, though it's just a simple straw thing, it's woven together very, very expertly, and it weighs a lot more than you would expect, which is not to say that it's like you picking up a boulder, but it probably weighs less like a straw hat and more like a particularly heavy book. You turn it over in your hands, concentrate on it, and as you do so, it begins to glow a faint blue color. In a mechanical sense, you've picked up a Jingasa of the Fortunate Soldier before its errata. I will really quickly bring that up. The errata nerfed this item into the ground. That's why we're doing it pre-errata, because I'm a good guy. Okay, so it's a... Wearing it gives you a +1 deflection bonus to your armor class, and when you get struck by a critical hit or sneak attack, you can spend an immediate action once a day to negate it. It's worth about 5,000 gold.
Hand that to the monk.
What if I don't want to hand it to the monk? What's it?
One of the two of you. I don't need it. I'm not hopefully going to be in the front.
Yeah, I mean,
if I'm in the front, then we already.
We technically have two monk classes here. We have him, and then we have me. Mine is Accelerus, which is basically a monk archetype. Mm-hmm. So, what's your AC, man?
16
yeah.
currently.
Hold on. Your AC is 16.
Yep.
I hand you the hat.
Okay.
Wow, that sounds so judgmental.
I have
it's like only 16. You are a failure at a monk.
I have a 20. Okay, I can't say anything.
No, sounds like you say something. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that sounds like something.
Okay, fine. I will give him a derisive look.
You could just give it to the horse. Hero needs stuff too, you know.
What's the AC of the horse? Actually, for that matter, what is the AC of the horse?
14.
Yeah, I put it on.
Put it on the,
I don't even hand it. I just put it on the horse.
And the hat resizes itself because it's a magic item. The horse now has a conical straw hat that's a little too big, and it's adorable. Sure. Okay. Do you guys want to continue on in the direction that you're going?
I would say that Tarask would find this funny at first, but then be like, okay, yeah, you know, like actually give it to like Hiei.
Yeah, after putting it on the horse, then I would explain what the hat does.
Mm-hmm.
The horse seems to understand. As you guys go back and forth about who should have this thing, it kind of rolls its eyes a little bit and like canters a little, and then it gets the hat and it realizes what this is, and its step becomes a little more confident, a little more with purpose. It's a little
okay. Maybe
less
we
afraid.
should keep it on the horse.
I mean, I don't know about you, but when I have animal companions, I don't like it when they get critically hit.
Yeah, me neither.
True. You're inside.
And trample is actually a rather nice thing to be able to do.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, your insight. I just like the idea of the horse wearing a straw hat too. That's just a nice image.
Well, I also like the idea of the horse having the first truly magical item.
Yeah. Kiyomi's Tetsubo is not magical, but it's definitely masterwork. It's, well, not anymore now. It's broken and beaten, and Tarask is working on it, but it's a very nice weapon.
Normally mending would restore masterwork property.
Yep, yeah, it does. It probably takes like 3 or 4 castings to get there, because it's taken a lot of damage, and it's been rained on and trampled by giant death cows and, you know, all that fun stuff. So...
All right, so also, assuming that the person who's original owner of the hat does not want it back,
mm-hmm.
You know.
That's fair.
That's where she leaves it off.
The horse nods with understanding. All right, if you guys continue on to the northeast, another hour passes. Hiei's compass prevents you guys from getting lost, and you come upon... basically a clearing, but it's a lot bigger. It's in such a way that it would almost feel like you've left the Forest of Spirits entirely.
Right.
Make a perception check.
Where we double back.
Yeah. Let me get a perception check for everybody. Alrighty, to get off through?
Yeah.
Almost.
There we go.
Tarask is a little too busy doing other things. Tarask.
I mean, it makes sense for my character. I'm gonna make more of those hats, dang it. That sounds like a good hat.
Yeah, the Jingasa of the Fortunate Soldier is a really good item. It's been eroded in such a way that instead of it was a once a day, immediate action, prevent a crit or sneak, it was once per purchasing of the item. And then after that, it retained its Bringer Protection +1, but it lost that forever for, I think, the same gold cost. And that's nuts.
Wow, that is a really bad nerf.
Yeah.
It's just a really expensive ring of protection now.
All right, so you guys make your way out, and it's now you can look up and you can tell it's like always darkest before the dawn. It's that kind of thing. It's probably like 4:30 or 5 in the morning. In about an hour, you imagine the sun will begin to peek over. You can hear the sounds of a river running. You can hear the sounds of that river turning into a waterfall as it cascades down. Really, the Forest of Spirits is truly beautiful country. Nobody lives in the Forest of Spirits who isn't like one with the land, working with it, because like if they decide not to be, the kami will exterminate them. But it's not long after you begin traveling down that part of the road that you begin to hear the sounds of something dragging something particularly large.
I apologize. I had actually spent a gold on torches. Did not realize that they were measured in coppers. So
So
yeah,
you
I
have
plenty
a
of
lot
torches.
of torches. You have 100 torches. Just firewood. Okay, fair enough. Duly noted. And here, like I said, you hear the sound of something dragging some really heavy thing. Not far away from, like, if you travel the direction that you're traveling, you'll run into it. What do you do? Did I drop? I'm worried I may have dropped. Time 6. Sorry about that. My internet pooped its pants.
Are you saying it shat itself?
Oh yeah, all over the place, everywhere. It's gross. All right,
Welcome back.
so what was the last thing you guys heard?
Something grinding on something, and we're not in this, and we're not in a club.
Yeah, you got the idea. You got the gist, basically.
So yeah, I also was saying that I had spent an entire gold on torches. Did
Yeah.
not realize how cheap they were. So
That I did catch. You have a lot of
He's
torches.
got 99 torches, but an ever burning ain't one.
Ever burning is all of them because that's his power.
yeah, you didn't get it either.
Yeah, no, no, he didn't get it either. Dang it.
I get it. You're referencing a song. I'm not that culturally ignorant. Thank you.
He was.
I
He was.
am, but
Or Fela.
To be fair, it's pop culture. I don't blame you for not knowing much about it.
That's fair. But what do you guys want to do? You definitely, if you continue moving in the direction you're moving, you're gonna, like, you'll find that thing. That thing is definitely just around like a bend in the what is basically a makeshift path.
looking to hear you're leading.
Yep. We're supposed to double back. That's what we'll do.
Okay, fair enough. You guys do so.
Does anybody even point it out to Tarask? Because he's not going to notice until somebody points it out.
No.
Rough. You don't get to see it.
Yeah. Powers of perception, I don't need them, apparently.
Okay.
You're busy.
Yeah, you're busy. You guys double back.
You're trying to repair that Tetsubo so that our friend does
When
not
we
kill
find
us.
Kiyomi, she won't kill us. Or she won't... Well, I don't...
Didn't really think
Yeah.
this through.
Yeah.
Part of me didn't
Just-
want it. Part of me wants to say she, so that way she won't kill us. Then I start to think that's wrong, but then I pause and then I start to think that's actually right.
Yeah. Well, plus there's also the fact that despite what anybody says, I'm not going to believe she's dead till I see it.
No body, no death. Just like Boba Fett.
That's it.
Hey man, he survives in the expanded universe. I will never shut up about that.
I think he actually stopped. I think they've confirmed he survived in the official one now too.
Yep.
Not too
That's
long
right.
ago.
Just like Waba Fett. No body, no death.
All right,
Boba Fett, where?
you guys double back.
It's just Team Rocket.
Death ever.
Wow, Buffett.
That's it. It's just Team Rocket blasting off again.
Yeah, they just get launched real high into the air, but nothing bad happens, and they're super good.
That's right.
So you double back, you begin. The path itself kind of like leads in such a way that it would double back to take you through the forest a little bit, and you round a corner. As you do so, you see the creature looks kind of golden, almost. It's got like tufts of orange hair bursting from out of a makeshift helm, and it's carrying, not unlike what Kiyomi uses in combat, carrying a Tetsubo. It turns and it sees you. It doesn't do anything, it just kind of cocks its head a little bit, but then it slowly starts like moving in your direction.
Do we have any kind of reckoning of what it is? I have knowledge arcana, knowledge nature, and knowledge history.
You could probably identify with any of those. Maybe not nature. Nature's probably the only one that doesn't fly.
Well, yeah, sorry.
I can also
that one
roll
anyway.
for Farron. Because Farron has that, so I might as well get like
So
two
8.
rolls.
Yeah, 18 on arcana.
Gotcha. Okay, so Farron has no idea, but the
He
rest
squawks anyway.
pretty much the rest of you who roll recognize a lesser Oni. Specifically, the creature is known as
Are Onis demons or devils?
they're
They're
devils.
their own outsider.
Yeah. Well, they're lawful evil, so they're the most like aligned with. They're more like the anti-common.
Do they speak Abyssal?
Getting there?
Yeah.
The creature.
I
doesn't
raise a hand and say a greeting. In
Let him
Abyssal.
finish.
Oh,
speak
yeah,
Abyssal. Thank you. I don't know if it speaks Abyssal. I'm looking and it does not. What does not? What? The entry
What?
on the SRD says it only speaks common. That no.
What?
No, it doesn't speak Abyssal though. You would think something more along the lines of infernal.
Wow, that's really. There's literally
That's
a
weird.
an outsider rule.
I thought infernals
that
were-
that all true outsiders, the common language of outsider is actually celestial.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
That is weird indeed. Poo poo SRD.
I speak Celestial.
There you go.
You were talking about that just reminds me when you were talking about gone are the days of having 20 in intelligence and knowing 5 extra languages off the top.
Yep. You've got that 20 intelligence. You know all the languages. Okay, sure. It can speak Celestial as like a common thing. I can agree with that.
So you were saying
It begins loping towards you, carrying this pretty big club. It's not necessarily out of place for an Oni to be in the Forest of Spirits, but it's out of place for the Kami to not immediately respond to it.
I raise my hand and say in Celestial, hello? Or hello?
The creature stops. What is Little Rat doing here? Little Rat is lost?
Little rat is looking for friend.
Little
I
rat.
reply.
Who is friend?
Fox person, Kitsune. Goes by the name of Kiyomi.
Where is friend now?
Last we heard, hobgoblins were messing with her.
I
So
see.
we're looking for her. And the hobgoblins.
I see. You have shiny hat. Looking at the horse. Good bow. I think I will fight you. You will not find friend. It limbers out its pretty big Tetsubo. I'll bump back to... I guess we'll just use this map for initiative. This is a good map.
I will kind of like look to the rest of the group and say he wishes to fight us.
No, I'll challenge you.
Do you wish for us to get involved? I'll say in Celestial. Do you wish for us to go 1-on-1 or all at you, or how would you prefer it then if you wish to fight?
I fight you, little one. You beat me. I let you pass.
Oh no!
You ask for it.
Oh, okay.
So are you explaining what he said?
Yeah, I'll say. So I asked him how he wanted to fight, and he wants a 1-on-1 with me.
Mm-hmm. Tell him you can choose one of your vassals.
I respond.
You prefer to pick
It's
a
Celestial.
champion.
I respond in Celestial. Why would a lord raise a finger to fight someone he just met? Here. How about you fight my vassal instead? And I tap on Hiei's shoulders. Hiei. God! Hiei's shoulder.
Make
I assure you.
a bluff check.
Oh god.
Vassal.
Vassal. 16, hey!
That's not bad. It could be worse.
Not bad. Yeah, that could be worse.
It's
I
definitely
only
a
have
thing.
+2.
There you go. Alrighty. We'll use this for the token. It's not accurate, but whatever. Random encounters are fun. Alright.
Yeah.
How's my sense motive look? Is my sense motive pretty good? My sense motive might be alright. Maybe. We'll see. Where's my skills? I'm so used to reading 2nd edition, I forget where to look. Okay. My sense motive is that.
Oh god. No.
You are monks from temple. Not vassal. Fight me, little one.
I sigh. And if I win, I get to pass, correct?
Correct.
Do my friends get to pass, or do they have to fight you as well?
Vassals pass too, little one.
I just kind of like respond what he said to me, and then say, "I see no."
I just start laughing.
You were the one who came up with the idea.
Hey, I didn't actually believe it'd fly.
All right, and with that, I'll hop down.
Okay.
Can I quickly cast? Can I quickly use a PowerPoint to cast Vigor on myself?
At this point, we're at initiative. Let me give you a little more
Dang it.
space.
Okay.
There we go. You two are over here. Burp. Why is there a second horse? That's so weird. Did I just take the horse? I literally just pulled the horse out from under
Hero
here.
is multiplying.
Good.
There will be an army of heroes.
Everyone-
The world will know them.
Well, yeah, dude, this is an adventure RPG. There will, of course, be an army of heroes. That's how this works, right?
No. Heroes. Like it will be his descendants. It will be the army of the horse of heroes.
Right, yeah, that was the joke, my friend. Roll initiative.
This is gonna go horribly wrong.
I believe in you. Oh, it did.
No, you don't.
Alright. Let me see. What do I have ranks in? What can I do? Not a lot of much. Alright. The creature, you know what it is. The Oni, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As it moves, it draws a bow from its back. And it's gonna try to take a shot at you. Against your flat-footed.
Oh,
12 to hit.
hold on. That does not hit my flat-footed.
You can tell the Oni's kind of just toying with you. It shoots, like, right almost into your, like, between your toes. looks up at you and just should have sent vassal. What you got, buddy?
I respond with, "You asked for me. Why keep a good honest fight waiting?" And I'll cast Mage Armor on myself. Hella than in there. And that you know what? I'm gonna back up 20-some feet because I don't want him to try and close to melee distance on me yet.
Makes sense. All right, if that is all, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to try to shoot at you again. How about a 21? Does that look a little better?
That does hit my AC, yeah.
Even with Mage Armor?
With Mage Armor, that makes it, yeah, my Mage Armor makes that a 19 AC.
Fair enough. 6 damage. He moves closer, draws his bow back as he's moving, and well, that's cheaty face. Yeah, I have to have shot on the run. He shot first, and then like the arrow like hits your Mage Armor and pushes like almost a dent through and hits you, and he moves forward. As part of that move action, he's not going to draw his melee weapon yet. He's content to just kind of chase after you and shoot at this little rat thing.
Of course. Oh. My turn?
Yep, you're up.
I pop a power point to give myself Figure, which gives me 5 temporary HP.
Seems good.
Just mark down that I've used one. This is not gonna go well. And
Go
then...
prone.
Well, I can't go... Then he'll have advantage on... Or +2... However much he has with
Not on ranged attacks. You have a +4 AC against them when you're prone.
Shouts Hiei from the other side. Lay down!
Yeah,
Make yourself
how much movement does it take? How much movement does it take for it to for me to like drop down?
Like 5 feet, I think.
It's a free action drop.
All right.
Oh, there you go. Never mind. It's a free action. You just fall on your butt.
Oh, well, I was gonna move like 15 feet back and see if I could take cover behind like a tree or something. So that way, if he tried to melee me, he'd have to like hit it through a tree.
That works. You can do that.
All right. 15 feet, taking cover.
Alrighty, understood. The beast, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, moves past you. Well, 25, 30. As he's moving, he's going to draw his Tetsubo and try to bring it down at you. Of course, if Anru or Hiei want to intervene at any point, like, just speak up and we'll put you in the initiative. 16 to hit?
No, that doesn't hit.
It catches the tree as he tries to bring this thing down, and just like the branch shatters, a couple of sparrows go flying off, upset.
You said they speak. You said the Oni speaks Common.
I'm gonna say it speaks Celestial and Infernal because that makes no sense. Why does it speak Common? It's
so
a true outsider.
In Infernal, if I believe you're trying to kill him, I'm gonna have to step in.
Make a social check. By that I mean Diplomacy, Intimidate, or Bluff. Your call.
Hold on, checking which ones I have.
Wouldn't it be a sense motive?
The only one of those I have is the best one I have is actually Intimidate.
Okay, make it happen.
Might as well.
That's not the worst. Depends on my wisdom mod, I guess, huh?
You rolled a +10 for sense motive last time.
Yeah, but this is an Intimidate check, not a Bluff check. So I got a hit dice 13. Okay, yeah,
actually,
the creature, you do this and it gets a little, because it's really obvious that hit, had it hit Tarask, probably would have just like squished him. The creature gets a little unnerved as you say this. It looks up and just leave alone, and it is shaken. Tarask, what do you do?
Lean forward and try to hit him with a hammer. Psionic power.
Sure.
Oh!
Ooh. Okay. Would you like to use your hero point?
Not yet, no.
Okay. In that case, you manifest the hammer and you try to hit him, but instead you hit What do you hit? What can you hit?
Tree.
You hit another branch of the tree. That it's a little bigger than the one he hit, but you hit it like just so, in such a way that the branch comes down and falls in your direction. Make a reflexive.
Oh,
Hold on. Why?
Wait,
he
why?
didn't. He did not fumble. He just.
Oh, excuse me. Never mind. I saw a 1. I thought you fumbled.
that's-
Yeah, he rolled a 17.
Oh. Okay. Does that target AC?
That target's touch AC.
Then that hits for 1 force damage. Forgive me. I just saw a 1. I'm not used to like big fancy macros. None of that happens. He is hit with hammer. He is unhappy.
Yeah, that, and then I'm gonna, being safe, I'm gonna take a, move action to 5-foot step back.
Okay,
Try to prevent him from gaining any bonus actions or whatever,
I hear you.
And with that, so that's my turn.
He 5 foot forward. He's taking a -2 because he is unnerved and gets an 11 to hit. He moves forward.
Nope.
His swing is a little too erratic, and it just kind of goes over your ears. Nothing but air. And then it
All right.
passes to you.
Okay, gonna try and hit him once again with that hammer straight to the chest.
Okay. I'll look at the right number
13
this time.
touch AC.
13. 13 does hit his touch, yeah.
Right, and that's 3 more points of force damage.
He recoils back a little bit.
And then 5-foot step back.
Okay. He continues the 5-foot dance. 24 to hit?
That hits.
This time the Tetsubo strikes home then for 8 points of damage.
Okay. I use a hero point to cheat death.
Okay, sure. In that case, we will. What would that have put you to?
Below your,
That would have put me exactly to 0.
you wouldn't be dead or unconscious then.
Yeah, you're at disabled then.
Oh, does that stop me from doing mental abilities?
No, you just stop. You only get 1 action.
Yeah, and if you do anything exerting like to attack him, you would go to -1. But he sees you're not doing well as the Tetsubo collides with you, and he moves back to like his spot on the road. It almost feels like he was guarding it and just. I beat you, little one. No pass.
I just.
All right,
Wait. As he starts to back away, Tarask spits some blood on him and says, "I'm not down yet."
All right. It becomes very obvious that he wants to kill Tarask now. Would the other two like to intervene?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
All right, roll initiative.
Sorry, I was trying to get my sheet back up.
It's all good.
I feel like I'm doing nothing but making this worse.
Yeah.
We'll.
If I could get a free action to speak, not to him, but rather to my friend
Sure, yeah.
on the go. It's like, stop provoking, man. This was a duel.
Here.
Kie is going to give the Oni his challenge.
Okay.
Wait, the Oni. I still am at 0, right?
Mhm.
I pop one of my potions. I was gonna do that.
Oh, yeah, I guess it would be.
My turn, yeah.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll let you go and then we'll kick it up to the top.
All right.
Initiative's weird.
Or you know what? I'm gonna use my last point to cast Figure on myself one more time.
Okay, sure.
Last psionic point for the day.
Okay.
Save that potion just a bit longer.
Does that provoke?
It doesn't say.
What kind of action
Psionic
is it?
powers are weird. Well, it has material in all fact. It's psionic
No,
components.
that's
It's
that's
weird.
how they. No, the things there that you have in components are not things that you're doing. It's things how they can perceive whether or not you've actually done something. So if it's auditory, they could hear it. If it's olfactory, they could smell it.
Yeah, no, I don't. It doesn't say like in
It's
the power.
it's the same as
description.
it's the same as casting a spell though normally.
Okay, in that case it would provoke. Unless you want to cast defensively? Yeah, it's a spell, so
5 foot backwards into it.
you could do that too.
Yeah, sure. 5 foot backwards, then do it.
Okay, got it. Now we'll reset the initiative and go to Hiei.
Yep. So I'll issue a challenge. Draw my spear on the move while I charge this thing.
Okay, understood. Boom.
This will be a riding by attack, and then the attack will be the charge. Almost a fumble.
Almost a fumble.
God.
But indeed a miss. And now that things are getting a little crazy, passes to the Oni. The Oni, he begins chanting something. It kind of almost sounds like goblin, but it's just like a weird pigeon of like goblin and infernal. And as he does so, his muscles all begin to swell up, muscles on his muscles on his muscles, and he's gonna move right here.
Do you even lift, bro?
He does. Then it goes to Anru.
Let's see. Trying to here. There. And free action. Hey, we're out of this combat. You've got to duel with him now. And then I'm just standing there because I had to double move to get there.
Okay, you want to convince the Oni that he's dueling Hiei?
Yes.
Because the creature looks pretty bloodthirsty at this point. It looks like Tarask offended him.
It's like you better apologize, man.
It is Tarask.
Not to the Oni, but to Tarask.
I kind of say in Celestial, forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I shall not pass, but my friends still wish to. If you wish to do with him, do so. My apologies for slighting you.
Diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. Oh boy. Nope.
Nah, he's...
Screw it. I'm going to use my hero point to re-roll that, because
Okay.
I'd like to...
Very well.
like to stop screwing things up.
Yeah, it's still not quite there. At this point, the creature's... It seems like whatever he cast on himself to buff himself out, he seems a little gone to bloodlust at this point. Words probably...
Could I actually spend my hero point to get a standard action in the current initiative, as in like right now?
Sure. Yeah, if you want.
I'll whip out a my alchemist extract of cure light wounds and feed it to what do you call
Tarask?
it? Yes.
Okay, understood. In that case, if Tarask is done,
Yeah, I'm done.
Hiei.
Oh, do I get health back?
Yeah, you roll a cure light.
So ride by and charge.
Okay, understood.
4.
I saw a 4, but yeah, 4 didn't hit. Wow, what happened?
Oh, let me reload the...
Trust.
That was me rolling for the health. Tarask is gonna...
That's one better than the 2 I rolled.
Yeah, and it still misses. It just swings wide, he dodges it.
Tarask at this rate's gonna cut out his own tongue.
That's the spirit. The Oni's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, he can charge it to there. Yeah. So it would provoke from the reach weapon.
I do not take an attack of opportunity for the note.
Okay, understood.
And I don't... Do you, Anna? Or Hanru?
No.
Yeah.
This is a duel. I'm not in it.
Then 18 does hit. Yeah. Right? Yeah, 18 hits.
Or 2.
Poke. Alright, understood. The creature...
Oh, worst damage ever.
Incensed. Yeah, literally minimum. Oh, I'm at that. Okay. I'm going to target your horse. 19 to hit the horse.
I'm gonna mounted combat to try to avoid getting hit.
Okay.
And that's a meet.
Good enough? Then that would succeed? Yeah, right? I think.
Yep.
Okay. Then in that case, you're able to pull Hero back enough.
Go to the attack roll.
Okay, gotcha. Anru?
Nothing. I'm
All right, fair enough.
just watching.
Tarask, you want to jump in?
Tarask just has thoughts of cutting out his own tongue.
All right, then it becomes Hiei versus the Oni.
Yep. What can we do here? This is actually a tough spot. So I have to drop a lance or do I'm gonna have Hiei withdraw 100 feet away from the Oni.
Okay, understood.
I'm not sure there's a good spot on the map to sort of simulate this.
Yeah, we can just like go to the top and know that there's 5, 10, 15, 20, there's 70 more feet there.
Good enough.
Okay. And that's 4 round action, so my turn?
Yep.
Alright, the Oni is gonna... You guys all see the Oni just raise his Tetsubo over his head, looking in Hiei's direction, waiting for Hiei to come back. Assuming the other two don't want to do anything, it does go back to Hiei, who's successfully ridden away from this creature.
I'm going to draw the short bow and shoot at him.
Okay.
25.
25 hits. Five damage. Okay, understood. Yeah, pretty much that's what happens. The arrow embeds itself in it. The creature, like, it had it in its head, you think, that you were gonna, like, wheel around, charge again, and it was gonna wait for you, but it's reasoned out that you're just gonna pick it off. Is that all?
Yep.
Alright, it's gonna try to shoot at you now. Draws its bow and fires. But a 13 misses you pretty hard.
Yep.
Alright, Hiei. Ooh, yeah, 26 hits. 7 damage. As this arrow hits, it embeds like in the creature's where like neck meets chest. It roars back at you, throws its bow down. Just enough! Boring! You go! And it begins just kind of like stalking away back in the direction of the forest.
Huh.
It's a little, let me get a sense motive check from everybody.
Sure.
You want a sense motive from me too?
Yep, you too, if you would.
Okay, cool. Let me just quickly... Oh, shucks. Where are my characters? There's... Man. Sense motive.
Okay, so it...
Of course.
Tarask and Anru are both kind of just like, that's weird. That shouldn't have happened. This thing was toying with us. But Hiei puts it together a little more. As the creature moves back into the forest, its body kind of like discorporates into like fireflies a la Final Fantasy X is a really good way to describe it. Just little balls of multicolored light that go back into the forest. What that means is a little above everyone's head. Hiei is a little more like, oh, the kami were bored. The kami were challenging us, seeing if we were ready, that kind of thing. But a lot of the answers as to why are pretty unclear. Anywho, nothing stops you guys from moving forward if you would like to.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Okay, fair enough. Anyone have anything they want to do, like, on this, like, board?
Tarask looks to Honor and say, "Remind me to never, ever, 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 ever be the first one to speak again. It never, never, never ends well."
It never does.
And you wonder why I didn't speak.
All right, you guys, the next about day or so of travel goes pretty much without incident after this. The road turns back around, goes into the forest, and then cuts straight north. Nothing really happens. It's pretty quiet. A lot of, like, woodland critters and kami and things begin moving up to sniff you out, try to figure out what you are. In some cases, like, especially for Farron being also a strange animal type thing, a lot of, like, little flying creatures fly up near him, fly around, buzz around his head and Tarask's head before buzzing off again. But towards around the time where you guys would set up camp, the sounds of... It almost sounds like a woman crying out begin to echo across the forests.
Do we recognize the voice?
You do not.
Unless someone stops me, I'm going to start trying to go forward at a faster pace.
Okay.
Because people in danger.
I think I'd follow. Once again, behind, because Tarask is tired of ever. It's funny, both Tarask and Mac are salty about just every time they say something. Every time. Everything goes to heck.
It is what it is, man. It happens. Okay, so...
It's first level Pathfinder. I'm used to... This is one of my first times of ever actually playing Pathfinder properly.
Fair enough. You'll get there. They'll give you like 3 or 4 levels. You're the scary one. So you guys begin...
Doesn't feel like it at the moment, but I know I will be.
You guys begin pushing forward, and as you go, like, around a big copse of trees, you see the spirit of an angry samurai carrying a whip, and the spirits of several male and female humanoids of all shapes and sizes kneel before him as he just, like, whips down into them. It doesn't seem to see you, nor do the spirits being whipped, but it's definitely there.
Spirits being whipped?
By another bigger spirit, yeah.
Would knowledge religion fit for what this might be?
It would, it definitely would.
16 for me. Let me...
I have Arcana.
Also gets a roll. Arcana?
Arcana.
14.
Okay, so you guys can all reason out that this is... You've heard stories in the ancient days of there being another empire here in the Forest of Spirits that cut down too many trees, disrespected too many kami, and the kami basically just ran the thing over. Hordes of dragons and spirits and things like that consumed it almost overnight. And of course, like when something dies, when something like this happens, it would never die quietly, and it's going to leave a scar on the soul of the thing. You're pretty sure this is a haunt. The fact that it's manifested indicates that it must be aware of you or somebody, like, around you. But it doesn't seem to be targeting specifically, so especially, like, Andrew at this point would realize that the triggering condition for it to affect you has yet to happen. It may just be, honestly, like a proximity thing that's ticked it off.
Yeah, don't interact with it. It's a haunt. speaking up to Hiei so he can hear it.
Right.
Okay. Taras got anything?
I'm quiet. Tarask is tired of being hated by the Orange Jesus.
Fair enough. Hey, the 16 wasn't bad. The 16 was out past the DC.
No. It was fun. I'm just once again, both player and PC are salty about always having their words shoved down their throat.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so
learning experience for both me and a character who's lived in a monastery all his life.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys just go to pass by it, as you move a little bit like perpendicular to it, a kitsune woman screams out as the whip comes down on her and cracks. And as it cracks on her, her body kind of discorporates into nothing and almost like frost novas out into all four of you. All four of you make a will save.
Ew. Where's my will? There's my will.
Duly noted.
I want to use my resolve to reroll.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, did you roll the same thing you did, didn't you?
No, he rolled better. He rolled two higher.
Fair enough. No, he didn't. He rolled a... Oh, I see. I guess the 14 was... Yeah, that's right. Okay. I had it in my head that was you and the horse. The horse needs to make the save as well.
Oh, right.
Does Farron need to make the save?
No, Farron's fine.
Farron's a figment.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if I were to fail, then he would fail by... Well, I guess it's weird, you know. It's kind of like something that makes sense with the flavor text.
Yeah. If he was a it's gonna make me sound real bad. But if he was a real familiar, then he would need to roll. But if Figment doesn't, okay. So the wave washes out over you guys, and instantly, all four of you feel unnaturally cold. Andre's able to shake it off pretty easy. This is nothing. This is just another day. And she's too concerned trying to find the body of her friend. Everybody else just, like, as you move past this haunt, which remains there, the cold becomes something you can't really shake off. It doesn't feel good. It gets pretty late pretty fast after that, in such a way that, like, the party might start thinking about bedding down for the night, unless you want to like push through and try to find more things and risk exhaustion.
I wanted to see what that might have done to us.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, I'm gonna just.
We'll call it a knowledge religion again.
20.
There you go.
Oh,
hey, you did it.
Same modifier then.
That's fine. Okay, so had you seen that in real life, you'd probably think that was pretty disturbing, and the haunt did a really good job of replicating it. You have a feeling you're going to be seeing that image in your dreams, probably a lot more lifelike and a lot more like tailor-made for you, because it is in fact a haunt in your dreams in the very near future.
Okay, so this is going to target my dreams, to which I'll respond, Yeah.
You said it right. You said
it right.
Wait, I said it right?
Why do you keep hurting yourself?
Because I thought I didn't say it right.
I think it's funny.
I'm so used to getting it wrong in the first session that anytime I say it now, I'm just like, oh god, I said it. Okay.
You're good.
You did it.
Hiei.
Sorry. Hiei. I'm gonna say Hiei. Most likely that thing hit us with some sort of nightmare fuel. Literally. We might not sleep well tonight.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would be the one probably gathering up the stuff for setting up the campfire and lighting it.
Okay. It's not hard
Farron
to do
would
so.
follow you around and start giving you random facts about the trees and the nature and everything in the area.
Fortunately, Anru doesn't have to travel more than 100 feet from Tarask, at which point the familiar would be dismissed.
Well, I imagine he knows where 100 feet is and would stop at that mark.
Yeah, fair. You could probably feel it.
Yeah, I'm just getting dead brush. It's not like I have to actually collect anything, because you don't mess with the living forest.
You do not.
Especially not when the forest is inhabited by things that have magical abilities.
That's accurate, yeah. All right, so as you guys bed down for the night, Honor's fine. Honor sleeps amazing. It's real comfortable out under the stars, not tossing fitfully, dying from poison. But Hiei and Hero and Tarask, all three, will saves. Your dreams.
Do I get a bonus for being mentally preparing myself beforehand for this?
Yeah, both of you can. All three of you can. That's fine.
All right. What's the bonus?
Roll the dice. Roll your will
15.
save. 15? 15? What?
My will save is 15.
Oh, okay. I see it now. The RNG hadn't caught up. Okay, yeah, you guys both, except for Hero. Hero's doing a little worse. Hiei and Tarask both, and Hero, have very, very vivid dreams of that samurai ghost you had seen, except in red and black armor, assuming like somewhere in the distant past, torturing faces you both kind of recognize and kind of do not at the same time. You know how it is when you have nightmares. Both of you shake it off. Both of you are fine. Both of you are definitely ready for this. And so it doesn't, it's spooky, but it doesn't really affect you. But Hero doesn't sleep very well. Hero tosses and turns, being a horse.
Well, when it comes to effects from undead.
Yeah. All night. And Hero wakes up fatigued. You guys can all see that he's not, like, he definitely didn't sleep well last night.
Oh no. Question, how much HP do we heal over a long rest in this one?
That's hit dice plus con. Hit dice plus con mod, I believe. Or is it just, it's just con mod. You heal your con mod back after 8 hours.
It's 1 point per hit dice plus con.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So that's 4. Hey, I'm only 1 hit point under my max then. Hooray.
As you guys wake up, you see before you the master has appeared. Just kind of like as you begin to get yourself together and continue moving, pretty much just out of nowhere, she dimension doors in. She's accompanied...
instantly kneeling.
Got it. She's accompanied by a couple of some kind of heavenly outsider. You can make a knowledge check to identify it if you wanted to. I'm gonna say there's about a dozen of them. They all dim door in, weapons drawn around you guys. Anru's able to identify...
Knowledge, religion, or arcana? Which one?
Religion.
Religion. Hey!
There you go. That's the thing. Tarask definitely can identify. They look
Useless
like
bird.
solar angels. Yeah, the useless bird's not doing too much.
He'll get better at higher levels when he actually has his own intelligence modifier that isn't like a negative.
Yeah, fair. They appear to be something along the lines of like solar angels, but considerably less so, and a lot more humanoid than you would expect. The Tarask can figure out that what you're looking at is half celestials, people that have you imagine enough like meditation and practice and stuff, they've achieved in a way a sense of true perfection, though they haven't died and been turned into like archons or something. It's the next best thing. The master makes her way first to Hiei's horse, to Hero. The horse has a name. Puts her hand on Hero, and you guys can see positive energy flow through her into Hero. Hero is no longer fatigued. She turns around. Where have you been? It's been weeks.
Well, we've been on death's door.
What?
Well, we were kind of outnumbered by hobgoblins, and, we almost died and awoke in a hut in the forest. And then I would give the the old lady's greeting to the master.
Alrighty. You tell the master all this, and the master, like, a look of disbelief comes over her face. Just, that many hobgoblins could not ride through Minkai. We would know. No. And who is Oriata?
I would, if I have any scars from it, I would literally lift whatever clothing I have to show the scars.
Yeah, you guys definitely have a lot of scars. And like I said, that arrow wound that you have that still pulses and hurts when you think about it is definitely still
including
there.
that one. So
she sees it, and the master, she moves forward. Yeah, good.
It's like the proof of our battles on our bodies, master.
She puts 2 fingers on the wound, and she begins to concentrate. Yeah, pretty much. As she tries to, like, draw whatever's in you out, and it burns and it hurts, and she pulls her hand back and she shakes it, and it definitely hurt her as well. What? Tarask, Hiei, you as well?
Yes.
I don't understand.
I think something else is involved in this little hobgoblin escapade, and then I'll tell her about the creature that we saw and how it seemed to know me and how I seemed to know I was psionic.
Yeah, we'd also give our accounts of the vision, I guess.
Okay. Mm-hmm. She nods thoughtfully. I don't know what to say. A woman in the woods found you, and I suppose
apparently she knew you.
I suppose I don't know her. I suppose I should find her and thank her. We've all been worried sick. Where is Kiyomi?
We still have yet to find her. We only found her hairband and her tetsubo.
I kind of show off the tetsubo.
May I? She reaches her hand out, and she closes her eyes, and her third eye opens as if to, like, levitate the tetsubo in her direction.
I didn't say yes yet. Oi. Maybe I want to tell the plot NPC no. No.
Okay.
Give it to her.
I would also hand over the headband.
It's a 43 over your CMD level 1.
Combat skills. That's the tetsubo.
That hurts my stomach.
The master doesn't actually. She telekinesis it over, but not, like, out of your hands bodily. She holds it pretty much like 2 fingers on one end, 2 fingers on the other, and she balances it almost perfectly, which is weird because it's a very heavy bit of wood. She closes her eyes and concentrates for a second. Kiyomi is gone.
And yeah, that's when it really would sink in for the drow. I would not believe it had been anyone else that said it but you.
The master takes the tetsubo, and she looks at it really intently for a moment, and then just kind of, like, puts one hand on one end of it, on one hand on the other, like, on the top and bottom of it, and just presses. As she does so, the tetsubo folds into almost nothing. The hairband, she doesn't do anything to. The hairband, she leaves be. We must worry about the present.
I'd put the hairband into my own hair as basically a memento of the friend.
Okay. She nods.
She'll fight with us in spirit.
But for now, we must worry about the 3 of you. Whatever's happened to you, it's beyond my skill to heal. And there's hobgoblins traveling through None of this makes sense. For now, you aren't far from Kiyomi's home village.
That was actually our destination, to see if she might have taken refuge.
Will you please tell her parents about what has happened? They deserve to know that their daughter's not coming back.
Yes, Master.
And she snaps her fingers, and as she does so, a scroll appears in her hands. Take this to Lord Kuratama. He and I go way back. He owes me a favor. And she levitates it in Tarask's direction. Present this letter to him. He leads the Kitsune. They don't have a leader as we would understand it so much as he's the one that protects them, communes with the spirits, and he's one of the most powerful men I've ever met. If anyone can help you recover from whatever has befallen you, it's him. This letter should see you access to him.
If in our travels we should find a way to bring her back, would it be allowed? I do not know the dealings or social constraints of the surface as well as I should.
Perhaps. I believe that depends more on her. If she's free, if she's willing. It's unfortunate that she was cut down so young. It's worth a shot. The worst she can do is say no and find her peace in the heavens.
Then if given the chance, I will try to give her that choice.
The master nods. You're not far now. Hopefully rats and bats, maybe the occasional mischievous spirit or haunt will be the only things that bother you on your road to their village. I don't want to delay you, but as you've completed your task, she looks at what remains of Kiyomi's Tetsubo. Your graduation presents. Kie, I see that yours has made itself manifest, hero. And she moves forward and she goes to scratch Hero behind the net, like on the mane, and then stops and bows deeper than you've ever seen her bow in your entire life, all the way down, like hands and knees on the ground. Hero returns. Hero could. Hero is a quadruped. Hero sits down in response to this, and it's probably about a minute before the master stands up. He's much more powerful than you think he is, Hiei. Treat him well. Don't let harm come to him. He's an old friend as well.
Well, we have given her, we have given him our first magic item.
He's wearing a hat.
And it's an adorable hat. She spins it. She moves to Tarask. What do we... had a couple ideas for what I wanted to give Tarask for his backstory boon. It's a little more difficult for me for the third-party guys, because I don't GM for the third-party stuff as much, so I don't necessarily know what benefits you. You're essentially just a full caster, right? And you're gonna end up being a Metaforge.
That's the Aegeus soul knife sort of thing that I'm not doing anymore. But what I am doing is like the Ceramance. Basically, I'm going like make all the items. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there's been a lot of builds come down on Discord. I forgot which one you had decided on. Okay, so she moves towards Tarask and she puts her hands on Farron. She begins to concentrate. What's your alignment? Neutral good.
NG. Okay, I can work with that, I think.
I mean, neutral good, kind of hinting towards lawful good. More so neutral because Qi, Xiong, and whatnot.
Sure, I hear you. Okay. Let's go ahead and just get full crazy with it. I think this is NG. I have to double check. Yeah, this outsider group is NG. Yes, they are. Okay, so she concentrates on Farron. Farron, you Tarask, in the back of your head feel a bit of a click, almost, as where once Farron resided in your head, there's now just kind of a blank, empty, open space. You kind of, you almost black out for a second at the realization. You have to, stop and blink a little bit. And everyone who's not Tarask sees that as this is going on, Tarask's body melds itself from a raven into a little black cat. It looks pretty normal, oh, that's a black cat, yeah, sure. And then it looks up, and it's the bright, violet, intelligent eyes that give it away. There's a white bit of fur on its chest that it blazes with almost its own inner lights. I don't know if you'd intended to take Improved Familiar at any point in your career, but we're giving you...
I was thinking about it.
We're giving you Improved Familiar for free, and you get a Sylvanchi. Yay. A Sylvanchi Agathian. Agathian? That one. A little cat guy. And it retains the archetypes that you've given it, but it can move farther than... Well, no, it can't move farther than 500 feet. You have that, that's bad, but you can have archetypes on an Improved Familiar. You don't have to be that Vigilante archetype.
Which one did you get? Do I have now?
I'll link it to you. It's a Agathian... a Sylvanchi Agathian. I almost said that backwards. And boom. Note to self, never open my mouth again. Bad things all in my life. Yeah, I'm with you. Boom.
Same here.
Yeah, same. All right.
We should just all form a mute squad. Just be quiet.
Everybody take a vow of silence.
Hey, I mean, we have a monk. We can take a vow of silence to get, extra key points or whatever those vows
if you don't want to take vows, we'll go back to 3.5, and the vows will be relevant, and you guys will be amazing. Because the 3.5 vows were stupid. They were really, really good. Vow of Poverty, you had no gear, but you were better than everybody with all the gear. Anyway, I digress. Tiki's pinging me on Discord. Or on Roll20, rather. Yeah, I see you!
No, I'm not pinging. I was just circling.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
I didn't realize it made noise.
Oh, it's not a ping. I just, I see you clicking and making that happen. I'm yes,
okay.
He wants his boon too. Okay, so... how we do this? How big do you think your damage output's going to be with your weapons?
I actually found out that my torch is not the velocity damage is not an add-in. It's basically just monk damage. So if you look at the Accelerist, it just follows monk damage.
Okay.
I get 1 extra point of fire damage on it, and then I can do sneak attack. That's about it.
But eventually it's going to be D10s and stuff.
Yeah, I can... Give me a sec. I can tell you what its max is. It's 2d10 at 20.
2d10 at 20, okay. Because I had it in my head you were going to be attacking with d6s forever, and I thought about giving you Knife Master sneak attack damage, but that seems a little much... The Master moves in the direction of your torches, and she takes 2 of them, and she concentrates on them, and 2 of the butt ends of the torches, they begin to crystallize, almost turn a very bright silver color, and they magnetize, and in the snap of half a second, they click onto each other, and they extend out. She hands it back to you. And
so it's like a torch staff?
More like torch double sword. But it's got the reach of a staff. You definitely could treat it as a bow if you wanted to. Mechanically,
nice.
It has reach. It's
Hey.
Were you intending to throw torches a bunch?
I would love to, but I didn't actually have that in plan.
Okay, fair enough. Because I know you build real hard, and I want to try to go into your build. And I didn't know exactly what how it would pan out as well. But in return for a backstory, we're gonna give you. It's treated as a double weapon. You can add your dex to damage on both ends. It has reach and one more reach and. I don't want to necessarily just trip, because that's boring. Okay, what I'll say is you find that by focusing on this weapon, you can make the pitch on the end of the torch flare up in such a way that like it sprays out in front of it. So mechanically, the weapon has. I know dirty trick isn't a feature on a weapon normally, but you can dirty trick with it as if you had like the improved dirty trick feat.
Oh, nice.
The master.
So I believe it's actually deft maneuvers, I believe, in Elephant in the Room.
Yes, that's correct. You got it. I never think about those. I always just think about, like, I don't have to take improved 2-weapon fighting, which is why I like it so much and why I always do it. But regardless, the master moves back. I hope these gifts help you. Carry the name of our monastery well. We'll be watching. Return to us when you're healed. We'll have word on your first official assignment once this one is over. She puts her fist into her palm, nods, and then she kind of just mists away into almost nothingness.
Before she actually goes, I would take one of my torches and a symbol of the monastery that I've been carrying with me made of metal.
Mm-hmm.
And use the torch to heat it and brand myself with the symbol.
Okay, understood. It is done. She sees this, and as she's fading away, she nods. A little smile crosses her face. Be well. Get well. We need all the help we can get. And away she goes, and that is where we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know my internet pooped a little bit over on Twitch, so if you're watching on Twitch, I'm sorry. We're the worst ever. But on the plus side, you guys can go ahead and take level 2. We'll be back again next Sunday night, and of course, this does go live on YouTube on Thursday mornings. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. And we'll see you next time. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.